Hey guys, man, it's just, I love the idea of telling people stories. And, when I was in this industry, when I first got started, we always heard that whole thing, facts tell, stories sell. But, after a while, like you hear it and you really don't assimilate it. It doesn't really maybe sink in all the way yet. So the whole idea was when I really started to read a book, and it's actually this one, it's called Tell to Win. I suggest any networker to get this book. It's by Peter Guber. This is going to be an excellent read because it's going to help you understand the idea of how stories can actually help you sell and actually help you motivate people to move in a direction that even Bill Clinton says this. He says, Peter Guber masterfully demonstrates that telling the purposeful stories is the best way to persuade, motivate, and convince who you want to do what you need. That's President Bill Clinton. Again, powerful stuff because the whole idea is we are trying to motivate people to action. We're trying to get them to either get excited about our product or get excited about, our ideas of the business or whatever it might be. And a lot of times we're not using the thing that most humans really at the core of us are into storytelling. We love movies. We love the idea of having, stories that are, based on a true story. We're really into those type of things. And there's a reason why, because it's almost like we're wired that way. We love to hear those stories. But why in network marketing do we not take advantage of this saying, facts tell, stories sell? The reason why is because we're not really tapping into our team and their stories. And if you're a team, if you have a group of people that you're working with and you're pretty big, you should have your team, number one, write down their story, why they got involved, and how successful they are. If they've had a lot of success or if they've had success part-time, it doesn't matter. So that way you and your team will know each other's stories. The big leaders or people that they get on stage and you go to conventions, write down their story. So when you might meet somebody that is like that person, you can tell them a story. And, learn how to tell stories. Learn how to tell them with purpose. Learn how to tell them with emotion. Just don't tell a story and be like, yeah, this person, the single mom, get excited about it. Get into the story. Almost like as if you were there yourself and you were watching it unfold in front of you and you can see what's happening and you understand the plot and everything that's going on and you know what's going to happen at the end, but your audience doesn't know and you're leaving them almost on like a cliffhanger. It's like suspense and you're like, what's happening? Again, the power of stories is so powerful. I want to tell you a story. There's a lady I know that, I'm talking to and, I've been, talking to her for a while and helping her understand the industry and things of that nature and understanding, maybe what company to look at, all those type of things. And, I really didn't know her story that well, but then one day she told me her story and how she got involved in her company. And I was just so taken back. And I was asking her, I was like, do you tell people like what you've gone through to get into your company? What you had to do? She was like, I really don't talk about it. Again, the power of her story is so powerful because it basically, when you're talking to somebody, you just can't help to think like, man, I want to be a part of this woman's success. I want to help her get to her goals and I want to help her achieve, what she's going to get in life. And a lot of times we don't understand that our stories, even when we're talking to people, when they say no, whatever it might be, if your story is so good and it's resonating with people, they're going to want to be a part of your success. They'll give you referrals, whatever they have to do, because they want to see you succeed. And so your story, other people's stories are so powerful. And you have to learn how to start to tell your story when you're talking to people, even if it hurts, even if it's embarrassing, whatever it might be. It's your story. It's real. It's something that made you get involved in this industry. It's something that deep down inside of you, it's almost like your why, the reason why you got started. So I hope that you guys will really start to learn how to use your story and other people's stories to get people involved in your business, your product or service, because a bunch of facts is not going to help you. Driving fancy cars and all these other things, who cares about that if people can't pay their bills? So you got to be able to relate to people on what level they're on. So again, make sure that when you're talking to people, that if you're going to talk about facts, put facts into the idea around a story, because if you do that, then the fact will resonate with that person more if you put it in a story format than if you just tell a fact. And so the key would be is to start to learn how to tell your story in a powerful way where people want to be involved in what you're doing. Or learn how to tell other people's stories in a way where it's going to relate with that single mom, that construction worker, that lawyer who works way too many hours even though he owns his own practice, whatever it might be. Again, stories are going to help you build your business. I'll bring more videos about this and actually how to tell a story and kind of break down some of the information that I'm learning in this book, so that way you guys can use this in the industry to start to bring people in with what we call the emotional buy-in. They buy in emotionally to they buy in to the idea of the company. They buy into the idea of the products, and they get excited. And that's what you want. And then you want them out there telling their story, because that's all we're really doing at the end of the day. We're trying to figure out a way to tell our story to get people involved with us. So again, I hope you guys learn something from this. I hope you guys go buy this book. And if you guys read it, I guarantee that you're going to see how stories have helped some of the most, influential entrepreneurs out there, some of the most powerful people sell businesses and be a part of businesses and get into some of the biggest business relationships because of stories. So again, I hope you guys learn a little bit from something from this. I hope that you guys can give me some type of comment back of showing how this video helped you and how your story actually helped bring in people to your business or your product, and it was something that a light bulb went off for you. So that's what my goal is here, is to help you guys build your business in any way possible. It doesn't matter what company you're in. And again, just make sure that when you're out there talking to people, be passionate about what you have, be passionate about your products and services, and be passionate about your stories and other people's stories. All right, guys, thanks for your time.